Welcome. I am LaDonna McAbee. I am a licensee with Selling on the Spot Marketplace. And today I have brought Alka Bailey on for an interview, and we are going to talk about what Selling on the Spot Marketplace is, what we do, why we do it, and how it can help every business. I don't care what kind of business you're in. If you are a coach, you need to be at my next event on March 28th. On March 28th at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, we are going to have my next event. And you know what? I should say Central Daylight Savings Time. I don't know. The CST, the CDT, it's all confusing. But yes, so I am in Texas, so I am in the central time zone. So 10 a.m. So if you are a coach, you need to be with me on the 28th. If you sell something, I don't care if it's mascara, lipstick, plastic Tupperware, if you sell Pampered Chef, if you sell painted dragons like Alka does, you need to be with me on Tuesday, March 28th, because it's a great place to connect, book appointments, get your seats filled for your next live event, your virtual events. You need to make these quality. And when I say quality, I mean quality connections, people that have the same thing in mind as you do to build your business. So, welcome, Alka. How are you
I'm
today?
doing well. I'm just getting over a cold. I'm sure everybody's got this, had this cold as well, but I'm doing well.
Awesome. So, how long have you been going to selling on the smart marketplace events?
Well, the first time I came on was June 2020, and I was so nervous because, never been on Zoom at all, or not many meetings, anyways, that I was kind of speaking about myself. It took quite a while before I would come back because was so nervous the first time that, I thought, oh, I can't do this. And then, 2020, well, the world shut down. And what I do is I was painting and I would sell at craft shows and everything. Of course, that wasn't happening. So I ended up joining Selling on the Spot Marketplace in 2021, and I really found it great for my business because I could sell my pieces online rather than in craft shows. And as I said, craft shows weren't happening at that time. So,
Well, you're like me. I had to learn how to do my business different.
yes.
And it was a big life change. But you know what? When it happened for me, I know Alka went for me. When it happened, I knew Facebook, and I had done several Facebook lives, but that is it.
That's about what
I
I
didn't
did.
know. I heard of Zoom, but I never done Zoom. I heard of LinkedIn. I had a LinkedIn profile, but I never knew anything about it. The same thing with, Pinterest and Instagram, and the grandbabies had, they did TikTok, they were preteens back then. But I was like, what in the world? I don't know what to do. Do I close my business? But you know what? I chose not to close my business. And I'm so glad because I've had my business almost 18 years, maybe right at 18 years now.
Wow.
Um, and but it has evolved. I mean, it has completely created circles upon circles of different things. It has grown substantially to different levels. And I have not been around selling on the spot marketplace as long as you. My very first time was in December, and you know what? I was blown away. I was blown away. It was the Christmas event,
Hmm.
and there were so many people there. But what I had found that I was blown away with, it was organized, it was put together well, I mean, it was great. I didn't get to show something because I wasn't a member at that
Mhm.
time, and only members got to do it at that event because there were so many people, but I was blown away. So I didn't just join as a member, I joined as a licensee.
Mhm.
Now, and Alka talked about when she joined to be a member. Um, so what a member is she comes on, she pays a fee every month, or she can do yearly, and she gets to save money on events, or so many of the events are put on free from the owner of Selling on the Spot platform, which is Jane War. And she does a wonderful job about, it's not just selling, it's
It's
connecting,
connections.
and it's how to build the relationship so that you can build the trust. um, Especially in, I remember years back, I could sell anything to anyone with no questions asked. Now people want Google reviews, they want a lot of reviews, they want great reviews, they want to talk to your friends.
Yes.
They want to know that you can be trusted, that once they give you their dollar, that they are going to receive their item. If it's a seat that they're going to sit in, or a virtual event, or a product, or whatever it is, they want to make sure
Yes.
that we are going to fulfill their expectations. That's the best word I can find. Their expectations, whatever it is.
Or exceed
So
their
do you?
expectations too, so. Mhm.
Absolutely. And so we learned that, and Jane Moore has done really good about bringing in what I call inexpensive trainings for the members and licensees, or free trainings. I mean, every Tuesday morning, Jane is on with us, and we're trying to beat that algorithm for Facebook. I mean,
Yes.
it's phenomenal. You may think it's a small thing, but there is nothing small when you are a business owner, when
No,
you can learn to build your
that's
business.
correct.
So, Alka, what do you love most about selling on the spot
Well,
marketplace?
I wanted to show you, I made, let's see if I can get this up. There we go. I have made I
Perfect.
have made amazing contacts. They from different people on Selling on the Spot membership marketplace. I have gotten commissions for art, you know, at different times. I have a lot more customers than I would have if I was just in a craft show, because craft shows are local, right? So in this way, I've gotten customers throughout the U.S., some overseas. So that's really nice, that my work goes out to all different places, not just local. I love that.
Absolutely. And on that note, see, I'm in the US and Texas, but Alka is in Canada,
Yes.
correct? So even though we're so far away, we have connected with each other. We have learned how to build our businesses with each other and around each other, and help each other connect with other people. And that's just it about selling on the spot marketplace. There are no borders.
That's correct.
If you're willing to ship your product or fill your seats, we don't care. We don't care where you're from. We will help you do it. My products that I sell, I will ship anywhere, anywhere.
Same with mine.
Alka, you do the same.
Yes.
Yes. And it's not just about selling a product. I want you to know that, and I keep saying it's the same thing if you're having a class, a show, a summit, a workshop. If you want to make connections for people to come into your brick and mortar stores, that's fine too. Alka, do you have one of your paintings that you have done? Because Alka does artwork,
I have quite a
and
few.
it's phenomenal.
I have quite a few. So this is actually on a rock. Oh, hang on. I have to find the camera. Sorry
There,
about that.
there you go. There you go.
So you can see it's quite large. It's not little, but I've learned to take this size and make it smaller. So this is actually painted on wood. So it's the same picture. It looks a little different. This is watercolor and acrylic on here. The rock actually had just acrylic. They are sealed for outside use as well. And when I first started on selling on the spot, I didn't really know what to paint that would sell well. I started with my little owls. So you can see them. There they are. They are very
Oh,
similar, but
adorable.
they look different because they are different shaped rocks. Um, and I did say that owls, are mysterious. They are creatures of the night and everything like that. They are magical. So people like that to have something like that. And I've gotten, as I said, I've sold a lot through selling on the spot, but I've also with the Tuesday classes with Jane with to get your Facebook algorithm up, I've posted the same pictures and gotten sales from there as well. So I really like it. It's done wonders for my business, and I've made a lot of friends through there as well.
Perfect. I love hearing the great stories about what we do. And it doesn't matter if you come as a member or if you're a licensee, um, or if you're a
If you come
guest.
as a,
It,
you can come as
we
a guest.
love you either way, and we're going to help you build your business. And the difference is if you come and you're not a member, you're going to pay a little bit more. You may have to pay for events where Alka may get some of her events free. She pays less. That's just part of being in any business,
Mhm.
and to me, I don't see it as a cost because I put it in my advertising budget. It's kind of like or training
Yes.
budget because it's not a fluff time. It is when you go to training, you are there to learn, and Jane Moore is going to make sure that you learn. She brings all the tools for you to learn, and she's there with you 100%. And not just her, but the other licensees, the other members. We are a circle of to make a team. We
Mhm.
really are. We don't make commissions off of per se. I don't make commissions if I bring a customer to Alka. I just do it because she's part of the selling on the spot marketplace team. For me, that's the way I see it in my head. And referrals are great in
Yes.
any business. In any
Any
business.
business is,
And
like if I know someone that requires like something that you sell, I would say, hey, contact, or I'd let you know, LaDonna, someone I know is interested. I can give you their name and go from there. So,
absolutely. And we do it all the time for each other. I mean, making those connections and like, I know for me, Alka, when I get like if I go to a marketplace and SpongeBob has attended there for his first time, I afterwards, and in that day or the next, I try to get it all within 24 to 48 hours.
mhm,
I would reach out to SpongeBob, not spammy, not pushy, not salesy, just to introduce myself and see how I can help SpongeBob build his business.
mhm,
And I may drop a line in there about membership or the next event coming up. But again, not to be pushy, not to be salesy, but to come to an event. We're all there for the same reason. We're there to fill a seat, fill an event, sell something, make a connection, book an appointment. We're all there for the same reason. So it's okay to ask someone to come to an event or to
mhm,
ask someone to buy a dragon. I bought a rock with a dragon on it. And I'm hoping, it is shipping from Canada. I'm hoping it's here by Sunday next week, not this week, but the next week, because my grandson will be turning 4. And that was going to be one of his gifts. But you know what? Even if it's not here in time, it's okay because he loves gifts every day.
I think all kids love gifts every day.
And you know what? Now, when Granny, because he calls me Granny, when Granny walks in the door, he expects something. you know?
I was going to say my grandsons are the same way. I have that are nearby. That one just turned 3. He walked in the door at our house and he said, "Oh, so where's my present?" And pardon me.
I know.
But
And like, Yeah,
And they're very excited. Both of them are excited. The older one is 6, and they're excited when they get one of my rocks or any rocks that I have. "Oh my god, so look what my," they call me Nani, and that's, they say, "Well, look what Nani gave me. She gave me this beautiful rock," and it's like, "Oh."
I know. And talking about rocks, I have a throwback Thursday moment because we do throwback Thursdays as well at Home Sweet Home Treasures. When you said about rocks, my youngest daughter Christy, she's in their middle 30s now. She's the one that has my 14-year-old granddaughter and my almost 4-year-old grandson, and she used to collect rocks, and she would hot back then they were hot gluing like little eyes and stuff on them, and she made a rock house for her rocks, and she made a rock hut. It was shaped more like a little hut for her rocks, and she would sometimes carry her rock collection places with us because she would have like a box, like a wooden locked box for her rock family. Now she was quite younger then, but still, and boys, my grandsons, my daughters, I have two daughters, Alka. So they did not do the put rocks in your pocket. But my two oldest grandsons now that are almost 18 and almost 16, they put us through a time. I'm telling you, they put the washer and dryer through something. I remember when Big Daddy and I was first married, he would leave his change in his pocket, and it would drive me crazy. I would forget to check it. Well, the boys, when they were younger, like 3 and 1 or 5 and 3, maybe, they would leave rocks in their pockets, and I would. The washer, sometimes I wouldn't hear, but man, when it got to that dryer, boom, 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 boom.
I was
So
gonna say,
rocks are I'm sorry, they are just a part of it. Even now, we have a rock gravel driveway, and when Bryson comes over, he always takes a few of our rocks home. And my husband, Papa, will say, "Boy, if you even knew how much money Papa pays for those rocks." you so
I
rocks are just a fun thing, aren't they?
they are. I have been collecting rocks since I was a kid as well. Many times when my mother used to get rid of them. "What do you have these around for?" "I don't know." But, and then when it's supposed to be in a craft show, I was invited into a craft show, and I didn't know what to paint. My oldest daughter suggested I paint all the rocks I had lying outside in the yard. They were in gardens, but however, I did take her suggestion, and I'm still painting on rocks. I quite enjoy it. I think the rocks, I actually sometimes see pictures in the rocks themselves. So I wanted to show you something. So, my owls are a certain shapes. They're usually like this shape, right? So I found something similar. I thought, oh, great, I can work with it. I turned it around and I saw this picture, and it's okay. I don't know if you can see.
Over,
Hang on.
over there it is.
All right, well, lighten it.
That's gorgeous.
It's just the way it fell, and I saw that picture, and I had to draw it. So it's not an owl,
Oh,
but
that's beautiful though. And it looks
thank
like you
you.
have like is it kind of like a gold glitter on it?
No, it's just, I seal it. So it's like, what I seal it with
Oh,
is driveway
okay.
sealer. So it's like a very, oops, it's very, no, maybe there we
Okay. So
go.
it's shiny though. It
It's,
almost in my camera, it almost looks like a glittery type in some of the paintings. So that's beautiful. I
it's
love it.
just it's sealer. So it's driveway sealer. I guess it's made to make it look kind of shiny.
Right.
So, um, because yeah, or no, this is actually not a driveway sealer. I think it's like they have sealers for like stepping stones and stuff like that. I don't know if that makes it shiny, but
Oh,
that's what I use
maybe.
on.
Maybe. I even, all of my flower gardens are of the white rock, but then some of it where my cactuses are, I use a different kind of rock. But
Mhm.
then I'll find a big rock sometimes and they're weird shape, and I'll put that just for like I would if I put a frog in my garden,
Mhm.
or because I have one section that are all frogs and I have a section that's all turtles,
I was
and I'll use those rocks as decor pieces, even though there's nothing painted on them. But I can see that they're different than another rock. So I love rocks.
So you gave it honestly to your, your kid, your grandsons and your daughter.
Yes, I guess so in a way. I just didn't collect them. But
No, I
kind of I
collected them
do.
because I'd see unusual shapes and it's like, oh, that's a pretty rock, and I'll
Yes.
pick it up and whatever.
Right. And my
But
husband tells me I am kind of a rock collector because I have not just little flower beds, but big, spread out, and they're all rocks. Everything's rock. It number one, it's easier to take care of. And I don't have to, because if you use the wood chips, I worry about them because living in Texas, we have termites
yeah,
and so yes. Well, is there anything else, Alka, that you want to say about selling on the spot marketplace?
I think it's a great way to make connections because then, I wouldn't have gotten those the commissions I had gotten if I hadn't been on selling on the spot because people there, like when you go to the marketplace, if you're there often enough, people get to know you as well, and once they know you, they see what you do. Like they may not purchase right away, or they may not purchase at all, but they know someone who might like what you have to offer. Um, the first person who got a commission, who asked me for a commission, he hadn't bought anything, I didn't paint it on rock. I ended up painting it on wood for him, and I sent it down to him. So he actually sent me a picture of what he wanted painted. So with a Zoom or with Facebook, there's a lot of options for pictures. So he sent me the picture, and I turned around and recreated it on a piece of wood. I showed him what I was going to do. He thought it was perfect, and we went from there.
That's awesome. And the good thing about your rock treasures is that there's not any the same. It may be similar, but because you're hand painting it, there's never going to be one exactly the same. It could be similar, like her lighthouses. They were similar, but they weren't exactly the same because when you're drawing something or painting something, it's hard to make it all the same. She's not taking these and duplicating them in a
I've tried,
duplicating
but it
machine.
doesn't work. So that lighthouse picture, the first one I ever painted, and it's from a calendar, a lighthouse calendar, like different lighthouses. First one I ever painted was quite like it was about almost 2 feet, no, maybe a foot and a half long. So it looks completely different. And I have done it on several different shapes. And the colors, they're not never ever the same anyway. So
Right, exactly. Well, Alka, it has been wonderful, wonderful to have you on and just to talk about selling on the spot marketplace and giving everyone a prime example of what it is about. And I think we both agree, connecting and building the trust
mhm.
and being on selling on the spot marketplace, it may take you several times because
Yes.
people do want to build that trust. And you know what? It's in no matter if you were doing, back in the day, we used to advertise on newspapers and flyers and things like that handing out. Well, we don't do that so much now. Everything is virtual, it seems like. Even though COVID is over, we're not going to go backwards. We may start doing more live events, but we're still going to do a lot of virtual things just because that is the way our minds are built now. And the younger crowd, they're all virtual about
They are
everything. So I want people to know in any business, sometimes you don't hear it or see it the first, second, third, sometimes it takes 5 times.
and
It's
took
just the
five
way it
times
is.
anyways in like live events. Like not everybody purchases right away. I was in a market, a weekly market, and I would have customers, but they would see me there every week and, oh, can you do this for me? Yes, I can. So it does take time to build up trust. And with like selling on the spot marketplace, you see enough people there, like if they come back, then you get to know them and you can trust them that way to get whatever you're looking for as well. So
Exactly. And I didn't buy from Alka and I watched her on the marketplace, but she previewed something that she made a dragon for someone else. And I thought to myself, oh my gosh, Bryson will love that. But she did, when I was at the marketplace, she didn't talk about dragons. So I didn't think up and above the lighthouse that she showed us. Or I think one time you showed us
I
frogs,
showed
I
you the
think, right?
frogs.
And I thought, oh, that will be cute in my rock garden. And then I thought, you know what? I don't think it's big enough. But again, I didn't think out loud to say, hey, can you make me a bigger one, a larger one? See, we're so narrow minded sometimes that it takes, it just takes a little longer for something to really stick and say, oh, why didn't I think of that? Oh, I have to order that. And my mind was made up that that's what I wanted. I told her what color, and it is in the mail, and she shipped it. And I'm excited, and I can't wait to take pictures of my Bryson with his dragon rock because he loves dinosaurs and dragons and Paw Patrol, Paw Patrol.
Yeah, Paw Patrol. So, I can teach classes in regards to painting the frogs if you want a frog painted on your like you want to paint the frog. I do teach classes. I did teach classes not yet last year, to paint turtles. I was doing things of sea turtles, so turtles, and I painted the flowers that I have. I don't think I have any around.
Alka, we may have to get together and have a
There's a
virtual
flower.
rock painting class. Wouldn't that be
I was
awesome?
going to say, see, that's the with selling on the spot marketplace, I can connect people all over the world and teach them how to paint rather than me sending out something this heavy to someone.
Yes, because then you got to think about the box that you have to put it in and the shipping
And the
cost.
cost
And
itself, because the bigger rocks
yes.
are going to be heavy, right? So,
And you know what? In today's world, we love doing things ourselves.
yes,
The DIY is awesome. We may have to get together on a Monday Mojo and have a rock painting
I think
class.
so.
Well, it has been wonderful talking to you, Alka, and thank you so much. And you were wonderful,
Thank
and
you.
greatness came from this meeting. And thank you, everyone, for listening. If you're listening to us live, please put in if you've ever been to a selling on the spot marketplace with whomever for whatever. Let us know that you have attended one of those. I would love to know. Alka would love to know. Jane War would really love to know. And just give us some kudos and some support. And also, if you're listening to us in our recording, because this is being shot out live everywhere, and hashtag replay and still comment if you've ever been to a selling on the spot marketplace, or even more importantly, if you would like to attend. And then I or Alka One will reach back out to you and invite you. But I don't care what kind of business you're in. You need to be at a marketplace with us on selling on the spot marketplace. And my next event is on March 28th at 10 a.m. Central. All right. See you later, guys.
Bye.
Bye.